Many men wish that fell on me. Blood in my eyes, I can see. I'm tryna beat and I'm testing the beat.
What?
Niggas try to take my life away. I pull up. What with me? My Mac gon' war what you gon' see. Watch how you talking to talk about me.
What up?
I'll come and take your life away. Many men.
Many men wish that for me, boy. I don't cry no more. And lift to the sky no more. Have mercy on me, have mercy on my soul.
So when
My heart turn cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men
Mad.
wish that for me.
Hey man.
C.A.N podcast.
And we back.
As I said, the heaters weren't working before, but
You know what I'm saying? We got Elmo in the car,
Cold.
Mr. Mons, A-Lo. So, what you saying? What you saying, guys?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm
Bro,
here.
you look cold.
I'm cold. I'm warming up though.
You look cold.
I'm warming up in this bitch. Nah, it's kind of cold, but you know.
Yeah, we didn't
I'm
pay
tryna-
the bills.
I'm trying to get comfortable. up
Heating
in
bills are going down.
here. You know, I don't know. Someone ain't paying their bills up in there. But, you know,
Yeah, I
what
pay
it
my
is.
bills, bro. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
just cold. It's just cold. It's cold. It's that time, isn't it?
Trust me.
We're wearing layers. It's
Thing is,
chapping.
yeah, I should because I would say I'm used to the cold, but because I don't usually have it on, the big heat is in the room.
Yeah.
So I have like my jumper on, so I've got like a fleece on,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have like a thermal underneath. So
Yeah.
I
think
my
I
body's
just get
ready
cold
for it.
easily. I think I just get cold easily.
No, it's,
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
actually really cold.
No, but it is what isn't here.
It's sharp.
Outside.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Cold.
Yeah.
The weather's sharp as well.
Mm.
It's very sharp.
It's chapping, man.
Yeah. So
It hasn't reached peak levels yet, but it's getting there.
It's currently clear in 5 degrees.
man. This guy was listening.
Let me tell you.
That's mad.
Technology,
From time
mad.
the Apple Watch tells you
technology.
it's cold, that's what you know.
For real.
Oh, it's not a joke.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
I
mad.
might get that as well.
I hope so,
Hope
because
Yeah, that's mad.
my phone did, boy. Fucking hell. Not my watch did.
That's
It was
crazy.
listening. It told us exactly what the weather was today.
I swear it's cold.
That's mad.
As your watch said, it's cold for real.
Yeah, for real,
man. It's actually-
Hey, listen though, man. I've seen this video on the socials, and it's been bugging me, innit? Like it's very horrific to watch, especially when one is so dominant. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When it's like an equal fight, two people square up and they're punching each other out, it's cool.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? But when it's a man overpowering a woman,
yeah.
and to a point where it makes you feel sick in your stomach, bro.
It's sad. I saw the same footage.
It makes you
Yeah,
sick
I saw the
in your
same
stomach,
footage.
bro. I watched this.
American football player you're talking
The
about.
American football player, his name, let me get his name. His name is Zach Stacy. Shows ex-NFL player, Zach Stacy attacking his ex-girlfriend while the infant child was literally laying on the sofa.
Watching it all.
Yeah, bro. Obviously, the child won't potentially remember what's going on, but he will see the video.
There's certain situations you never forget. I think, regardless of how.
What, no matter
obviously-
how, no matter
I think
how old you are.
obviously obviously if you're like a baby you're not gonna remember, but like what was it? How did the kid look? Could you see the kid in the?
It was an infant. It was an infant. It was like maybe 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's you're not gonna
Yeah. So I'm
But the video is gonna be out, and that child is going to see his dad
yeah,
abusing his mum.
and that is a terrible, thing to watch.
I
Cause
saw it, and bro, it's one of those things, man. Like you can, as you said, like a guy can overpower a woman easily. Like it should even. That's why we, as you said before, that's why we don't do same-sex sports. We can't have a guy and a girl in a boxing match.
facts.
That can never happen.
So true.
Like we can't have same-sex sports because we know,
Yeah,
but just in terms of strength, it's a joke.
it's
Comparison, there's no comparison.
There's no comparison. This is, it would be a bit technical for us to sit here and start talking about gender equalities and gender whatnot.
Yeah.
But, I just don't think in that situation, like there was, I don't know what kind of conversation happened between them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are a person, especially if you're a person of certain structure and fame and fortune, I don't understand. Would you not be more careful about the way you represent?
You say that, but some people are not emotionally intelligent, regardless of what situation they're in. Because they're not emotionally intelligent, they're always going to react in a way that's not going to benefit them in any way in the future. This guy's now going to jail. He's doing time. His career's done. All these promo deals, that he's had on the side, done. He wants to be in partnership with a guy that abuses his wife.
That's mad.
Come on,
that's
man.
Chris Brown. Chris Brown was like literally the industry rejected him for as long as until now.
Until now, bro.
Until now.
Brown has been blackballed.
Been blackballed. So
because of that situation, and he shouldn't have done that. That was wrong.
That was wrong to do. I feel like in those kind of situations, the hardest thing to do is walk away.
100%, especially when you're in love with the person as well.
Yeah, bro. When that person causes you to react like that,
They have a lot of power over you.
They have a lot of power over you, bro.
Yeah.
Like so much power to an extent where they get physically violent with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you don't want to feel. But if you're in a situation where that emotion is drived out of you, it's us sitting here, we can speculate and say, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that. But then obviously the situation itself will make you experience it in a way where there's emotions involved. When you're talking from a speculative perspective, it's like, oh yeah, I'm in a rational position right now, so let me think about the most rational decision I'm going to make in that situation. But when you're in that situation and there's no rationality and it's just emotions,
you're bound to do something crazy.
You're bound to do something crazy, but that should never be literally like doing WWE on your girl, bro.
I would love to know the backstory to that.
Would you not say that's a type of or form of obsession
with the female?
Yeah.
Break it down for me. What do you mean?
So, in terms of what the person did, to their partner, loving someone in that type of form of way, onto the point where
you think it's like his ownership,
and it kind of gets like kind of violent, some sort of like, would you class that's a form of obsession of that person is obsessed with that person?
There's some form of it, definitely, because in terms of just sorry, let me just land on this one. Like, in terms of like, all right, cool, you're abusing this girl, you're stopping her from. Eventually, they're gonna stop them from doing certain things, going out. We know the patterns, bro, of a abusive relationship. Yeah, they ain't seeing their friends, they ain't going out. Like, it just gets worse and worse and worse until we know the end result. The woman dies, and the guy goes to jail. If kids are involved, they're getting taken away. Like, it's mad. But yeah, and there's definitely some forms of obsession in that, because come on, man.
Yeah, domestic violence is real, man.
It is.
It's so real.
Shout out to all the strong women out there as well, man.
100%.
There's a lot of people suffering out there. There's a lot of women suffering out there. Don't take it away as well, man. There's men as well in these domestic abuses.
There's men that are suffering as well.
Yeah, so
because sorry to cut you off, but I do feel like in today's society, the narrative have kind of changed where they always make it seem as it's the woman that's always getting attacked.
Yeah.
But men go through a lot of mental hardship, physical stuff as well.
Bro, look at what happened the other day. That guy, his girl thought he was cheating. Yeah. Threw acid in his face.
And he's completely finished for life now.
And you can imagine, that's the worst thing that she's probably done to him.
Yeah.
And that's the very extreme, that's a very extreme something to do.
Can you imagine?
So imagine all the other times.
Other stuff she done.
Yeah,
she got angry.
When she got angry. That's an extreme, that's like the most extreme thing you can do to anyone. or obviously that has balance, obviously, and subjective. But in a relationship, in an abusive relationship, we're talking about that. Throwing acid over someone that you're with is crazy.
That's mad.
It's insane.
That's crazy.
How long did she get? Was it
14 years?
14 years for permanently scarring someone for the rest of their life.
Then you should get life for that.
It's like murder.
I'll hate to be the jury on that, boy.
Because that person's pretty much dead inside.
Yeah, it's true, man.
After a situation like that.
If you can be pushed to a point where you can actually throw something that dangerous over someone's life, basically.
Yeah.
That's someone's life. When you're physically scarring someone, that's life, bro.
Yeah, that's life. They do know that. They have to look at themselves in the mirror every day.
Every single day.
Something you done.
Of something that you done. And the kind of scar that it leaves you with is ugly.
Yeah.
It's so ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, no disrespect, but it's terrible to look at.
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that woman over...
She had blonde hair.
She had blonde hair. I think she had... Was it a
mall?
Huh?
The guy got it in a shopping center.
Yeah. No, this is on someone famous. I don't know if this is acid or she got burnt, bro. But she became like an influencer eventually, like she had like some mad burns. But I'm not sure what that was from. Yeah. I might be conflating it. But just to say, like, it's really, like, it's hard to look at.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to look at.
It's sad, man, just knowing what happened to them.
And for you to take that initiative to put that scar over someone because they cheated on you.
And the maddest part is, apparently he didn't even cheat.
Apparently he didn't cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading that.
Wow.
Imagine. Like, what is like, sorry, bro, what is like a... I think it'll be a good point to speak on like a domestic violence. Like, what is the cutoff line for you guys? Let's start with you.
To leave a relationship.
Like, what becomes a domestic violence or
towards
abusive?
Myself?
Huh?
Towards myself.
To you, yeah. What is a cutoff point for you?
I'll jump in. I would say my cutoff point is the point where you become obsessively verbally abusive towards me.
Yeah.
Let's give that up. Do you know what I mean? Man. Because it's like, for example, we can get into arguments or we can have disagreements, but when you start becoming like verbally abusive to me, it's just like, yo, what is the cause of this? Do you know what I'm saying? Now I'm here trying to, provide my time with you and grow with you, but you're here just constantly verbally abusing me when I'm doing something that's literally there's no point of arguing about. So myself, personally, I'll be like, no, like I'm not going to stand for this because number one, I know my value. Number two, I know who I am within myself. And number three, I know what I deserve. And your verbal abuse, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I don't need you to try and demoralize me or make me feel smaller. Do you understand? I know where I'm going to go in life. So I just feel like at that particular point, you need to just say, look, you know what? This is more than a red flag and now it's time for me to go. But don't get it wrong. It's like there's a lot of females out there. Their guys will slap them, punch them, hit them, kick them down the stairs. But because they've never had another love experience, that's the only thing, that's the norm. That's the only thing that they know. And there's a lot of females out there, they need to understand, like, listen, you don't need that guy. You need you first. Concentrate on yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Love yourself before you can love anybody else. And then you start to see where other potentials can come along. Because if you're just there always taking the beats and the hit, I'm sorry to say, but you're part of the blame as well because you're allowing this to happen. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So would in that point as well, like what's yours?
I was just the verbal abuse thing, bro. You already know that. That's one of my pet peeves. Because, bro, when you're getting grilled for over the smallest of things, it's like, come on, we can have a conversation about this. We're both adults here. There's no need for the swearing, the hanging up the phone, the blocking and unblocking. Like, it's just immaturity. we should be able to have a conversation.
Yeah.
In a respectful tone where we're not shouting at each other. Like, come on, man. Like, that's one of the things, like, the abuse, verbal abuse. I'm keeping it moving. There's plenty of other women out there.
Yeah, and to be honest, verbal abuse is like literally the first stages of domestic abuse.
Yeah. Then they'll start throwing punches.
Yeah, because it gets to that point. Because once you get too comfortable in that emotion, where you can just disrespect this person and just, just be verbally abusive, like, you're this, you're nothing, you're this, like literally pointing every disrespectful word towards you. You know what I mean? That gets to a point you're like, like, this is a bit mad. And imagine there's people out there living through that, bro.
Yeah. Every day.
You know? The stage
walking on eggshells.
Every day walking on eggshells, for real.
Elmo, let me ask you this. What would you say is like... how can I explain it? When they say, when you're angry, the truth comes out. Do you believe in that saying? So you're angry with a partner, and because you lot are so angry, you lot saying erratic things that you would never normally say. Do you believe in that saying that, because I was angry, this is why I was...
That's why there's like quotes and whatnot that tell you to not make decisions or say things when you're angry, because sometimes anger can drive aggressively the negative perspectives you might have on that person. That might not necessarily be all of it. Do you know what I'm saying? They might have some faults.
Make the wrong decision based on that.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like sometimes you would reach for stuff, even though certain things might stick. That's not what defines that person, because there's a lot of different assets to that person. There's a lot of layers to them. So it's not fair to say that what comes out of your mouth is the truth when you're angry. There's definitely elements of it, but I feel like it's more driven from a point of, suffering. Like, it's hurt. You're hurt. If you're angry, you're hurt. So you say things to make that person feel the way you're feeling. You're going to project the same emotions onto them when you're in that conflict of clashes and, of heads, like. So, no, I don't think it's necessarily true. To an extent, maybe, but not all the way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, what about you?
For me, it's just like, I know emotions like run crazy when two people are arguing, and they might say things that it's just absolutely like crazy. But
I think you moved your mic from your mouth. You know, just put it back on your
technical
face.
difficulties. All right then.
Yeah, man.
So
Yesterday, last week you had the headphones on and you wasn't checking for nothing. Man had it for fashion like this. Like, I was like, why the hell did you take the headphones from me if you wanted to cover up your bald head? That's why.
I got my 50 on, man. Today is 50.
Go on.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know, when two people are arguing and the heated moment, they're gonna say crazy things to each other, things that they don't mean. But it's like, even though you're at that angry state, you still have control of what you're gonna say. You still have control of your emotions. Do you understand? Because if you can control yourself getting angry, then you can control what you're gonna say. You can
like in that moment, you would entertain the idea of breaking up with that person. At that point, when you're angry with them, your ideals are different. Like your passions, like you're passionate about other things now. It's like, fuck, like what's this bitch on? Like what, you know what I'm saying? Like you say and do things that are very extreme. So you would even entertain the idea of like going on a break or whatnot, but you sit on it, you're like, nah, it's not that deep.
If you hear that, your partner saying, let's go on a break, and it's done.
Yeah. It's done.
It's finished.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So when you push people have limits, bro.
If your partner says, let's go on a break, what does that actually mean?
let's go our separate ways for now.
Yeah.
And eventually we'll meet at the finish line.
So are you lot still together or you're not?
We're not together, but you're not allowed to do anything outside of the relationship.
No.
It doesn't make exactly. It doesn't. So that's why a break is not needed.
So you're basically saying, let's break. Like, let's just take time to each other.
Let's take time away from each other, and then come back and see if it works again. But let's take some time apart.
It's basically saying you're unbearable at the moment.
Yeah.
So I
So
need to get away from
let me get away from you for now, and let's have some time to ourselves.
Just go to your side and I go to my side and I stay
done.
there.
No, it's hard. Especially if you live with a person as well. You can't.
I think that's a whole different level.
Yeah, boy.
Living with your
Person
partner,
is talking, I'm
you're
talking.
seeing them every day.
You're seeing them every day.
Oh, you lot separate.
If your
ways.
relationship is terrible and you have to see this person every day, God forbid, I would hate
You
to
have
be
to come
in a
home.
relationship. Trust me, and you'd be hating your life every
You're
day.
both angry at each other.
Every day. Every day.
That's draining, you know.
Ooh, that's emotionally draining, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But there's so many different elements to like relationships and whatnot. But you need to know like your cutoff point. I feel like you can't. There's so many things that you can work on, but there's, you know, when the relationship gets to a point where you're physically being abused, verbally being abused, day in, day out, like, you know, that, you know, the Tracy, whatever.
As Mon said, you need to know your worth.
Know
I
your
think
worth.
if you lose touch of that, that's when you lose yourself, and that's when you let the situation get worse.
But I don't
That's with either males or females. Some people like to dwell on the fact and think, oh, maybe things are going to get better, you know, hoping. It never does. If you've been violated at that level, what respect is that other person going to have for you within the future?
Yeah.
That's why
And the thing is, like, once you've been violated once, if you've been
it's
violated,
going to happen again.
if you've violated once, yeah, and you know, someone might get angry. Say, for instance, someone gets angry, you have a disagreement, and then they, I throw a bottle like bang, not to you, but at something. Because I got to a point where I was angry at someone.
No.
I was so angry because she was so like verbally in my mouth. I mean, in my face, like she was going mad. Like
In my mouth, I was like, wow, man.
yeah, no.
Pause.
No,
It's not.
It's not even a pause.
It's not a pause section.
it's not a pause moment. But because she was so verbal, she was verbally abusive, bro.
Yeah.
Like she was mad abusive. In that particular moment, she wasn't always abusive, but when you're both hot-headed and young, and you're like in my ear, and
this
that
actually happened.
this happened to me, bro.
Okay,
like
yeah.
she was at a point where she was in my face, like, "What are you gonna do?" kind of thing. At that point, I had to move her out of the way and show her how fucking frustrated and angry I am.
Yeah.
By not hitting her or doing anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
What I did was just move out of the way. I just got kind of like, I had this mad scream and I punched through a window. A double glazing window.
Well, you did.
Yeah, bro. I got a scar right here, bro.
Let me see.
I got a scar right here.
Where was this?
This was uni times.
I don't even know this guy.
Yeah, this
That's
is.
bad.
I swear I told you this story.
Never.
Never.
So what? So what? The girl pissed you off that you just went to the double glazing window. You walked towards it like, ah! and then just banged through it. And at that point, that girl said, "You know what? I'm not fucking with this guy. Yeah, he's crazy."
No. She was the crazy one. I'm telling her, you're crazy. Like, you need to stop screaming. You need to stop shouting. There was no label on me in this situation.
Can we disclose the backstory to that? Or
It wasn't that complicated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
we can disclose the
No, because the person. Okay, like
you don't have to say names, you know.
yeah.
Bleep the shit.
It was just like a like, you know, when you got something going on with someone and it's not like there's no definition on it, like there's no labels on it.
Yeah,
and then you're doing shit outside of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, like we never put anything on this. Like, whoa,
And that person got angry.
That person got angry. You know what I'm saying?
And then that what? So that person tried to do that in front of other people, and it became. Was that in public? I'm guessing.
Oh no, this is all indoors. I would, you know.
Okay, I was thinking that's a bit.
No, what would you think? I would do that in public?
I thought that was out of pocket with you, man. You doing that in public, screaming like a maniac.
Mad? Are you crazy?
And punching through a window, like who the hell do you think you are? That would have been mad.
Nah, never.
This is indoors.
This is all indoors.
Okay, cool. You can act up indoors, man. Cool, do your thing.
Yeah. I didn't want to hit her or
nah, of course not.
This is what I'm saying. So this is like at that point. I can't be labeled a crazy person because I was in a situation where I was so fucking angry and frustrated, and this person was like literally putting their hands on me, not punching me or anything like that. Pushing me and like, doing what?
We're trying to slap you though.
She's doing the most, basically.
She's doing the most,
Did
bro.
she slap you?
Nah. She didn't slap me. I would have definitely remembered that slap. But she didn't slap me. But it was just at a point where the next thing after that was probably a slap from her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to be like, no, like, I can do this to your face, so chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean you could do this?
Like, I can punch you in the fucking face. Like, this is not a matter of strengths. I don't want to hit you.
Yeah,
chill the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get physically abusive with you, or because you're trying to push me and like shove me and like push my face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you're not stopping. I'm telling you to stop.
Yeah.
I'm telling you to stop.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So
into the right guy.
And that guy would have probably punched her in the damn
I'm talking
face.
about if she bumped into the wrong guy.
The wrong guy, yeah.
See,
I told you, bro. Like them Somalian guys in Shoreditch, fam. Bumped into one of those dudes.
Why'd you keep mentioning Somali guys in Shoreditch? I don't see Somali guys in Shoreditch.
That sell balloons, bro. Them dons there. That
what are you trying to say, bro? Like, because I can't sit here and take this nonsensical fucking...
Bro, there's Somali guys in Shoreditch, bro, that sell balloons.
Yeah, what about them?
Against the altercations with white girls, fam.
When they slap them.
And start slapping them and punching.
You two are just...
Bro, we've seen that so many times, bro. Come on. You seen it?
I have never seen that in my lifetime.
So many times, bro.
But you know what? It just goes to show that, you know what? It's females out there got to be careful where, because they're female, like, don't try and overdo, like, your power. Like, for example, just because you're female, oh, you can't hit me because blah, blah, blah. Well, listen, my mum taught me, yeah?
Uh-oh.
Someone hits you.
And be like, she talks like a woman.
You know what I'm saying? If she hits you, you slap her. I'm not saying I'm going to slap a woman or something like that, but it's just like, yo, like, if you're walking down the street and you're arguing with someone, some woman just goes, boom.
Of course, I'm going to stop her from...
Like, you're going to stop her. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to refrain, but it's just like...
Restrain her a bit.
Look, don't try and abuse your power because you're a woman, and don't think you're not going to get hit back because you're going to come across the wrong person, the wrong guy. That's just going to give you... Whoop, 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 and you're out.
That quang pang.
That quang, quang.
Yeah, bro. Trust me.
And he's going to look at you. He's going to talk to you like this. Like,
but it's not to advocate violence.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But it's just to say, like, both parties need to know their boundaries.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Know when to walk away from something that's not the right thing.
Yeah, right thing, man. It's crazy.
You don't need a toxic relationship, man.
Like, literally, that for me was very toxic.
It sounds like you weren't even going out.
I was even going out with the thing. It was just very complicated.
Yeah. That's nice.
And you know what? Coming off that, there's something else that I saw as well lately on social media. So, the comedian, White Yardie.
Oh, yeah?
He was on Channel 4 with ZZ Mills, Yeka from Capital Extra, and another guy. And they were just talking about, the black culture.
Mm-hmm.
But it seemed like that interview was aimed at him. So they were asking him questions like, when did you become Jamaican? Do you feel that you're part of the black culture? Now, when he got answered these certain questions, I got to give it up to White Yardie because the way he held himself down, like he must have said something along the lines, I don't feel that I'm part of the black culture, but I feel I'm part of the culture
Yeah.
because of where he's come from.
Mm-hmm.
But then after you got this nonsense, I don't even know where it is, but this guy asked him, he's like, oh, so when did you decide you want to become Jamaican? White Yardie looked at him and said, like, I can see his face, like.
Is this that Zizi? Zizi
Mills and
interview?
Yinka, they got a new show, isn't it?
Yeah, they got a little new show, and it's just like, I feel like it just goes to show ignorance of people don't think there's like white Jamaicans, Indian Jamaicans, Chinese Jamaicans that who speak.
They've lived their whole lives and all that.
They just think like, oh, okay, that it's just bare black people. See what I'm saying? I think he said.
How did he respond to that?
So I think what he said is he was born, I think over here, but when he was like until like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months old.
Yeah.
And then
his mom was basically pregnant with him.
Yeah.
But before that, his mom had a couple of miscarriages as well. He didn't want, so she didn't want to go through that and took advantage of the medical services here. Obviously, her being, his mom's white, right?
Yeah, his mom's white. Yeah.
Yeah, her being white and having citizenship.
It's not black, kill me.
No, I wasn't sure which party is like white or black on his.
He's not mixed. That's why he's just straight white.
He's just straight white.
Oh, he's just straight white.
I believe.
Nah, he's definitely got some black in him.
Nah, bro, none. White Yardie.
Yeah.
That's why he's called the White Yardie.
Yeah. But the thing is that this guy, but the thing is, where he basically kind of grew up since he was an infant.
Wait, hold on a second. So wait, was you just coming up with that?
No.
The fact that his mum was going to move to Jamaica. And where did you get this backstory from?
So he's talking because I wasn't sure if he was half black, because he looks to me he's got some black in him.
He's got no black.
I feel like he's got like 25%, 10%.
Nah.
What? He's straight white.
Straight white. White Yardie.
Unbuckled. All right. So his mom had.
No, but do you know what it is?
So his mom had a couple of miscarriages. So she didn't want to go through that. So she was already living there, but she came here, gave birth to him, and after a few months went back there and raised him there until he was a teenager, and then he came here.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, him growing up, he grew up in a space where, it was a Jamaican land, Jamaican people, culture, whatnot. So he infused himself into that, and that's what he sees himself as. Is like, he might not necessarily be Jamaican, but he's got a Jamaican passport. Like, I might not necessarily be white, but have a British passport. So I'm like, I don't know how his attachment is to that particular part of him. But like for me, like I've been here for, say for instance, 20 years. This is all I know. Even though I was obviously
born. You consider yourself British also? So
I'll consider myself British, not English.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not.
Yeah.
So I know where I'm from, but I know I'm a citizen of this country as well.
Yeah.
A country.
Yeah.
But you would never hear, especially like, us ethnic people, you would never hear, oh, because I was born here, someone asks you, so where you from? You say, yo, I'm from Ghana, or I'm from this, or I'm from Cameroon. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but the thing is, though, it's different because African British people, what would you call them? African British, no?
An African British person,
Black
yeah.
British.
A black British, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
African British, black British. A black British will know 95% maybe, I'll say 80% maybe.
Yeah.
They will know where their background is. A lot of the black folks here, black people here.
Higher than that, man.
Yeah.
About the 90s.
Yeah, a lot of us know where we're from. We're like
course,
first, second, third, fourth generation immigrants here, whatnot. They've even created...
It's not like America, bro.
It's not like America where they're a bit more...
clueless about their background.
Clueless, and they're literally veins and loins are in the fucking cracks of America. So they are just as American.
I'm from Lennox Ave.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't have any other thing to hold on to. And if they did like those tests, it would just tell them they're sub-Saharan. But where the fuck is sub-Sahara, bro? Like you know what I'm saying?
My thing is, it's just like, you can't ask someone, when did you become this, if they were not born, but they were raised from an infant to in a society, in a country where all they was taught is that culture. Like, White Yardie is more Jamaican than most of these people out here, bro.
He's more Jamaican than some Jamaicans that live here.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That are Jamaican.
You know what I'm saying? Some people ask him about this and this because he went to school there, they taught the history there, everything. Like, he even came here, then I think his dad or something was part of the sound system or something like that. Came back to JA and just, do you know what I'm saying? Lived his life, bruv. Until he seeked opportunity to come here and say, yeah, boom, all right, now I'm here, I got my wife and kids here and that, I'm blessed.
Yeah.
But from time you want to ask a man that, like, and you should see the interview, you could see he was rattled a bit, but he was he just kept his composure and he was just like, nah, you know what? Let me just say this, like, with, you know, some...
He conducted himself pretty well in that
100%, bro.
situation.
Big up White Yardie, man.
You can't.
No, I like Bayard.
You can't lose your head in
I like watching his content. I like his comedy. I haven't been to a stand-up or anything, but I like the way...
He's
good. He's quite
But yeah, you can't lose your head in those situations, bro. Like, you got to remain composed.
And he did. And I think he represented himself very well as well, because as much as I was not aware, I think it was just a lapse in my thoughts, to be fair. I kind of had an idea of, like, why he was called White Yardie, because obviously I thought because he was, like, light-skinned. I was like, okay, maybe that's why he claims that.
Yeah.
But... yeah, that was a big piece of information I didn't know still. But, you know, nationalism is a thing, bro. And with him, because he's like the Jamaican culture is like...
it's so strong.
It's so strong in him, bro. Like, it's difficult to... He speaks in an accent. Do you know what I'm saying?
His accent's strong, man.
Strong, still strong.
Still strong.
But do you remember in school, like, back in the day, it was like... a lot of people, I don't know, like back in the day, they would say, oh yeah,
I'm Jamaican.
Yeah, like a boy called Femi would be like, nah, yeah, my name is cool. Like, it was cool to be like Jamaican if like you're there, you're top. But I just feel like in this day and age, everybody's embracing where they're from.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you know
Especially like people in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's now a cool thing to claim where you're from, like especially Africans. Got so many different people prospering who are doing
African
great,
artists,
who are representing their heritage and their nationalities. You know what I'm saying? Nigerians, Ghanaians, all type, like Somalians now. Somalis, sorry, I say Somalians. It's so easy to say that. Somalis as well now.
Yeah.
There's so many different pockets of like talents that are coming up, representing the people, and it's a good thing to see because someone else can aspire to that. A young person growing up can look at that and say, "Oh, look, someone who looks like me, who's from where I'm from,
doing their thing.
is doing their thing." So 100%. If they have a chance, and I have a chance, so it's good for that.
Yeah.
But with the whole Wayadi situation, I think it's more. I didn't watch the whole interview because I don't know where the direction of the whole topic was. I just saw that bit where they were talking to Wayadi about his Jamaican roots, so it'll be difficult to like determine what their angle was. But I don't know. But if he's saying if he's Jamaican, then I'll believe him because I actually see it. But there's people coming out and saying they're inanimate objects and they want us to believe them in this day and age, 2021. There's people who are that deluded to be things that they physically cannot be. You know what I'm saying? If I claim to be another nationality, that's an easy thing to claim.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I'm born there, if I'm raised there. I'm like, I feel like that because this is all I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me growing up here, this is all I know. Even though I came here 20 years ago. Bro, you can't tell me to go back.
Nah.
Go backyard and live like... I ain't got no friends there, bro. Like, where do I start, fam?
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Who's going to help me build a studio there, bro? You know what I'm saying?
C.A.N podcast.
You know what I'm saying? C.A.N podcast ain't there.
You want to listen to C.A.N podcast?
Yeah, C.A.N podcast is not there, so there's nothing there for me. So it's actually... I'm not sure if you guys seen this update as well. Like, there's actually a new... law I think they're trying to pass, the government being able to revoke your nationality, your citizenship, basically.
If you wasn't born here.
If you wasn't, I don't know what the exact thing, but it's just like an update. So I wasn't really sure, but it was like, it's in that terms, isn't it? I think this is an element of that here already where, they can revoke your citizenship if you've been you know, if you've committed like a really serious crime or
but that happens if you wasn't born here. If you wasn't born, if you was born somewhere else, you came here, lived here. Like if you commit a mad crime, they'll send you back, and we'll never see you again.
Mad. I can't commit a mad crime, bro.
Nah.
Yo, imagine you're on that plane, like thinking, shit.
They can send me back, bro. In like 10 years' time, this will be like the Windrush, bro. Anyone who's like they'll tell us to go back, bro.
Yeah, bounce, bro.
Like take my citizenship. Your 10 years is done. It expired 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You was just on good terms right now because you was doing C.A.N podcast, so we allowed it. Innit?
We allowed you. We like the podcast.
We like the podcast, but you gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah, man, it's difficult. It's a very difficult situation. Like sometimes I don't feel, as much as I say I'm British, bro. Like I know this is not my home, bro.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I know I'll probably die here, but there's an element of me that holds on to the fact that this is not home.
Mm-hmm.
You was born, bred, grew up, educated here. Both of you guys.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys feel like home here.
Nah.
Hell no.
Nah.
This ain't home for me, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
No
not.
way.